All right, Shalom. Before we begin, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakadash, which those will be the true names of the Heavenly Father, which is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, which is Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and the other bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the Lord's elect, teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this is edifying and straight to the point. And just some quick through the spirit. As you see the title of the lesson, the end is manifesting, man. You see, and who's in? The end of the so-called white man, Esau Edom. His time and ruling hand of planet Earth is ultimately coming to the end. And how do we know this? Through the signs that's showing in the earth. You see, the Lord tell you how it was certain signs that was going to show hand and out of end. That was pretty much going to give, it was going to be an indicator on the time and season that you're living in. And we can pretty much see that the season that we're living in is ultimately the end of the so-called white man Esau Edom's rulership. You see, he's starting out here. It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, and verse 8. It says, "And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the head of Esau." You see, because ultimately, Jacob is the one that's going to take this guy to power. The Lord tell you how he was going to hew this guy down by his prophets. And ultimately, that the overthrowing of the so-called white man Esau Edom is ultimately going to start with Yahweh Shai and those missiles, man. You see the chariots as well coming back to, shoot laser beams at this place as well, man. You see? But yet, this is the time we in. It says, "And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." You see, Esau is the end of the world, man. And this is who's currently ruling the planet Earth as of now. You see, the so-called white man Esau Edom, and this even, the Lord even give you certain ways how this guy will be ruling, to give you, to pretty much let you know that he's in power here in the latter ends. Job 9:24, it tells you how the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and he covered the faces of the judges thereof. But when you look at the faces of the judges, ultimately Yahweh Shai, as well as the prophets, where everybody will look like a so-called white man, in which the biblical nationality for the so-called white man is Esau Edom. This is how you can tell who's pretty much ruling the earth hand and out of end, and ultimately it's Esau, and he's the end of the world. You see, so his end is ultimately the beginning of Jacob, you so-called blacks, Latino, Native American Indians. You see, because once America go, then the kingdom of heaven is going to be established, and that's ultimately the kingdom of you so-called blacks, Latino, Native American Indians, which you make up the children of Israel. You see, it's going to be a Israelite's reality, for the lack of better terms, because the life that we living in now is an Edomite's reality. You see, that's why you got that term, the black man, the white man's heaven is the so-called black man's hell. You see, it's because we living out this hellish condition we living out is ultimately through an Edomite condition. It's an Edomite's reality, man. It's Esau's reality, and we don't fit in this reality. You see, and the Lord, he's bringing the end to this reality, because the reality that's playing out is ultimately bringing forth death into the world. You see, but it going to say again, 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 9, it says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." You see? So these are the times we in. You seeing Esau's kingdom come to an end, man. And this ultimately through the signs that you're seeing showing in the earth. The sign that the Lord gave us 2,000 years ago. Going here, this is 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 1. "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." You see? So it was pretty much signs that was going to show to let you know that the Lord is beginning to visit the world. And even when you consider the current events that's taking place here on the earth now, from the different volcano eruptions, the different earthquakes in diverse places, and even certain earthquakes taking place where it's causing tsunami warnings, you know, forest fires, you know, in California, the wars intensifying in the earth, you know, hey, the signs of that, the plagues, you see, all these things is on the forefront, man. You know, the only thing that can make sense of the time and season we living in is the end of the world, man. You know, and I believe it was a article came out a few years back, not a few years back, probably a few months back, where it said that the end of the world is one of the most talked about topics at dinner tables, you know, for the lack of better terms. You see, because that's the only thing you can pretty much come up with concerning the season that you in, man. It's not a season of prosperity. You know, here it is, a nigga playing sports. You know, you going on dating shows, but in the back of your mind, World War III there. You know, in the back of your mind, people just know shit ain't right, man. You see, and that concern is gonna grow in these people, man. You see, it going to say, it says, then shalt thou understand that there is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, in which you're seeing that these different earthquakes that's happening in diverse places. It was 9 different states here in the U.S. They got hit with an earthquake all at once. You know, on top of the earthquake in Vanuatu, you see, believe it was an earthquake in Japan that put them on a tsunami warning. You know, you had the earthquake recently in California that had California under a tsunami warning. You see, but all these are the signs that the Lord was warning of that was going to be taking place in the latter end to let you know the time and season that you in. You see, this ain't a time of peace and safety, love and happiness, holiday season. It's time to be jolly. You know, need follow la. Hey, great death is finna take place in the earth, man. Famines, wars. Your daddy finna get drafted. You know, them little 17-year-old, you little niggas, you finna see your mama get ravished, man. You know, scriptures tell you how that the truth that was gonna come in, they gonna dash your little ones to pieces in front of your eyes, man. You see, the worst times in history is about to take place in the spirit of peace and safety. You know, you looking to have a good time, and you're gonna get caught off guard. You see, it says, then shall thou will. I believe I read that. I'm just read it again. Then shall thou will understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and the end is manifest. You see? Yeah, the end is manifesting itself, man. You know, the chariot signs. You got the planets for to align themselves on January 25th. Different signs in the sun, in the moon. You have these super moons and things like that. Solar eclipse. You know, all these different signs is showing, and it's all indicators that the Lord is about to return, man. And they're only going to intensify the peace and safety. The spirit that you in is going to be disturbed, man. You see, the Lord, he's going to disturb all this festivity that's going on here in the planet Earth. You know, and this is all, it's going to all contribute to the end of Esau, because Esau, he pushed that spirit of partying and bullshit, man. You know, that gluttonous spirit. You see, the doest thou wilt spirit. And a lot of you people, when prophecy take hold of the planet Earth, you're going to find yourself at a state of mourning, man. You know, the Lord tell you how in a day of affliction, there's no remembrance of prosperity. You know, the only thing that you're going to have remembrance of your old life is a fucking commercial or a coupon, man. You know, a McDonald's billboard. You see? But in all, the end is manifesting. You see, real quick, this is second, let me see, 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 7, it says, but the end of all things is at hand. You see, everything that contributes to the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, those things is coming to an end. You even have Jake, you know, they pretty much unknowingly but turning back to the ways of the East. You know, you got Jake, they got this, they cleaning up their diets now. You know, they not going after the fashion of the so-called white man, Esau Edom anymore. He's not holding that influence. You know, you got Eve, she's going natural now. You see, she's no longer wearing that blunt. And what you still got 2/3 of our people that's gonna ride out their Edomite vibration until the end. But then you have that 1/3 vibration going out as well. Where you have certain Israelites that they're returning back to that old those old ways now. You know, Jake, he's into his health now. You know, he turned back to that Eastern diet. This nigga ain't eating pork and sloppy Joe burgers. You know, he done turned from the McDonald's diet and now he's in that Mediterranean diet, man. You see, Jake got lamb in his diet now. He's eating more greens. He's working out. You see? And that's ultimately the ways of Esau Edom coming to the end, because Esau Edom, he pushed forth death. Even Jake coming out of that spirit of lusting, man. Because Esau Edom, he promotes niggas being simps, man. You know, you operating your lower nature, you being driven by lust rather than purpose. But then now you got men who's being driven more by purpose rather than the lust. You see? They calling the women out and shit. And that's because they turning from the ways of the West. You see? And hey, that's the saying going in the world. The West is a mess. You see? But just going back, 1 Peter 4:7, it says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch on the prayer. Yeah, the end of all things is at hand, man. Even Esau having that influence over the earth, that's coming to the end. You see? They even go back into where it says, for Esau it's the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Because Jacob is now holding that influence, man. You know, soon Jake gonna have the influence of the planet Earth. You know, and everybody gonna jock righteousness rather than trying to jock being wicked, man. You know. But the Lord said, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watching the prayer. Yeah, you being sober, you under one doctrine, man. You see, you following after the ways of Yahweh by Shema Shai, ways of the East, which puts you back in that royal state, that kingly vibration. You know, where they tell you cleanliness is next to kingliness, and this ultimately what this truth do. It clean you up, man. It clean you from the ways of the West, and because America pollutes you. The Lord tell you that real quick. Micah 2:10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Yeah, this place is full of freakism, fucking dykes, you know, 6'7" homosexuals. You see, masculine women, feminine men, badass children, baby mama drama, child support. This place is not your rest, man. You working. You gotta get up at 5 o'clock just to hit the clock at 6. And when you clock in, you gotta start working. It ain't no winding up. You know, nah, you hauling the ass at 6 in the morning. Hey, that shit, this not your rest, man. That's what the Lord for to bring an end to. Waiting on tax season, man. That's what the Lord bringing the end to, man. You see? That's the only time Jake get relief is when his taxes come through. That's how you know this ain't your rest. It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. You see? Going back to that to the point I made, the East, man, cleanliness is next to kingliness. The ways of the East clean you up, but the ways of the West keep you a mess, man. You see? It pollutes your mind. You doing nigga shit. You know? Whoever heard of Black and Miles? You know what I mean? Who the fuck ever heard of Black and Miles, man? But yet, that's Jake's favorite part of life. You know, that nigga said, I love to tweak. Tweaking my favorite part of life. That's Jake, man. Jake a crash dummy here in America. And it also comes behind his mind being polluted. And this is why the Lord, he has to bring an end to this thing, man. You know, these are necessary evils that ultimately has to take place concerning the events that you're saying taking place on the earth. The earthquakes, the wars intensifying. You know, the morality of the people is getting to a more degenerate state, it's because the Lord got to kill these people, man. And they got to be justified. They got to be a righteous indignation. You see? But yeah, here it is. You cleaving to this shit. The Lord gonna destroy you, man, because this place is polluted. It's not your rest. And even just going back, it's 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. You see? Yeah, be sober, man. Be sober-minded. The Lord said, fulfill ye my joy, that you all be like-minded, man. Be under the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Turn back to the ways of the east. You see? Because this is what's going to set us free, man. You know, salvation starts with a mindset. And that mindset is ultimate the ways of the east, man. You know, with the apostles and elder bishops of great millstone, the way that they're teaching, man, that's ultimately going to lead you back to Yahweh Shah. That's you being sober-minded, man. You ain't taught about everywhere in the doctrine. Flat earth, you know, sex on the Sabbath. You know, and the Lord teaching you how to be a king. You can't be driven by lust, man. Fuck the sex, man. You know, you gonna really experience sex in the kingdom. A virgin woman, beautiful as shit, man. You know, brothers might, you know, your fetish, brothers might like feet, man. This bitch toes gonna be pretty, fingers gonna be pretty, everything on it gonna be perfect, man. And she gonna be just for you. You see? But here it is, you can't abstain from sex for a fucking day for some used up box, man. That's the mindset that the Lord is bringing us out of, man. You see? The end gotta come. You see? And the Lord said, and watch on the prayer. What are you watching? You watching the prophecies, man. And you praying that you be able to withstand in the evil day. You see? Pray that the Lord have mercy. It tells you, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. So like Habakkuk 3 and verse 2. It says, O Lord, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. It says, O Lord, revive thy works in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years make known. And wrath remember mercy. You see, and this is also what we hoping for. You know, in the wrath for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that he remember mercy, man. And this ultimate what we need, man, is mercy from the Lord, especially coming to these times, because things is only going to intensify, man. As we get closer to the end, it's going to manifest more and more that the end is near. You see? And all the signs that's shown in the earth is all indicators that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to return. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when should these things be? And what should be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? You see, and this has always been a concern amongst the prophets, amongst the believers, you know, amongst the disciples, on when the end was going to be. When is the kingdom of Israel is going to be established in the earth forever? It says, and Yahweh answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. In which you see that a lot of people claim to be the anointed, they claiming to have the way, you know. And the Lord tell you to beware of them, man. You see, it says, and ye should hear of wars and rumors of wars. In which, yeah, you hear that. You hearing of wars, Russia and Ukraine, you know, Israel and Hamas, and you hearing the rumors of China invading Taiwan. You know, North Korea and South Korea, you hearing the rumors of those wars brewing up. You see, it says, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. You see? Yeah, these things must come to pass. These are necessary evils that had to take place in the earth. But yet the end is not yet, showing you that everything is a build-up, man. Things is going to get worse out here. You see? It's going to come a time when you're going to wish you knew the Lord, man. You see? It's going to actually come a time when you're going to wish you understood what was going on in the earth, man. You see, because that's one thing that's gonna bring forth the distress of nations. It tells you that in Luke 21, how the sea and the waves was gonna be roaring. But one thing that's gonna cause the sea and the waves to roar is the spirit of perplexity, man. People not knowing what's going on, which that's the proper reaction to you not knowing what's going on around you. You become fearful, man. And when that fear settle in, you bug out. You see? But I go on to say, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there should be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. In which, yeah, you seeing this. I often do lessons on recalls, man. You see? Because I love seeing the Lord suck the resources dry from this place while a nigga getting ready for Christmas. You know, New Year's, the Lord is sucking the resources out of this place, man, little by little. And soon you're going to look up and the full storehouse is going to be empty. It's not going to be any inventory. You know, no trucks is coming in. The Lord then caused a lot of events to unfold concerning the food production here in America. You see? Yep, it says, and there should be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Yeah, you got this avian BF, man. That's destroying all your chickens. They moving into I believe they said they found 2 cases, 2 human cases. You know, so pestilence is still growing. They ultimately warning you of more pestilence. I meant to do a lesson. This nigga, I believe if it ain't Elon Musk, it's Kia Gates, man. Nigga that created millions of mosquitoes, and I believe the mosquitoes got the vaccines in them, and they're gonna go around bite people, and it's supposed to keep you from getting sick. So this is the way they're gonna spread the vaccine to people by creating these modified mosquitoes, man, and let them off. You see, but this nigga, he's gonna make a lot of people sick, man. A lot of people's gonna die from pestilences. You know, 2025 is gonna be a heavy year. You see? I wanted to see if I can find that video. Yeah, man. I don't think I ain't got it in this phone. But yeah, people are truly going to see the horns of the so-called white man Esau Edom. You see? And let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna read verse 7 again. It says, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Yeah, we're seeing these things. It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. You see, it's just the beginning. Things gonna intensify, man. Shit gonna get worse. You see, the people are gonna become more delusional, more degenerate, you know, more evil, more psychotic. The environment is gonna become more dangerous. The food is gonna get even worse. The food is ultimately gonna become scarce. You know, the family oriented spirit is gonna leave. The Lord tell you how your foes should be there of your own household. Families is gonna be beefing. Brothers is gonna be killing brothers. Sisters killing sisters. You know, this is the season that you in, man. And the Lord has a lot of events set to take place that's gonna divide homes, man. You see? But to continue on, it says, let's see, it's like, well, yeah, let's just keep going. It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye should be hated of all nations for my name's sake. You see a persecution coming as well, and even the fact that we're seeing, you know, the build up to the persecution, it shows you how the end is manifesting. All these are end time signs, man. You see, we at the end of Esau Edom's rulership, and the Lord is ultimately speeding it up. You know, it says, and then shall, and then it's like it said, then should they deliver you up to be afflicted, and should kill you, and you should be hated of all nations for my name's sake. You see? It says, and then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another, man. You see the spirit that's going to come into the earth, the spirit of division. They're going to try to demonize the Hebrew Israelites. They're going to try to say that we're Tyros, you know, in which, hey, man, we're not doing nothing to anybody. We're just teaching the word, man. And we wait on the Lord. You see, that's how we fight back. We got the Lord involved, man. We're not trying to throw no blows. We're going to get the Lord involved. You see? It says, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Yeah, you see that? You know, the guy from IUIC with his large following, you know, but really, he's a false prophet, man. He don't teach the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. He's not teaching the correct doctrine, even concerning the mark of the beast, concerning the Shabbat. You know, he's trying to tell you to keep the law. And fucking America, you know how insane that shit is? Keep the law in America, the most wickedest society ever erected in the planet Earth. We in captivity for not keeping the law. And you think you're going to come to this wicked ass environment, this wicked society, where the air you breathe is even causing you to sin. You going to keep it here. The fuck out of here, man. You got a wife that's been used already. You're committing adultery. Get out of here. You see? But it go on to say, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. It was a point I wanted to get to. So like here it is, Matthew 24 verse 22. It says, except those days should be shorn, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened, man. You see, so the Lord is shortening the times. You know, the days are going by quicker, the months are going by faster. You see, it's even, I was on my way home and I had saw fucking, they already selling fireworks. You know, it's December 20th. The fireworks don't them come out until a few days before New Year's, but yet these niggas are already selling you fireworks, man. The fireworks stand already out, up and running, and Christmas ain't even passed. That lets you know how fast the Lord is speeding the times up. Even on Thanksgiving, man. Thanksgiving came and went. You see? Halloween. Niggas was celebrating Halloween October 29th. Nigga had 3 Halloween parties, man. You see? It's because the Lord is speeding things up. The end is manifesting, man. You see? And ultimately, it's going to come a point where Esau, Edom, he's just going to have to speed up. The chariots are here. They in your oceans. They in your skies. You know? They probably on the fucking ground, too. And those thick wood somewhere. You see? And man, all this how about Shema Shai, all these signs that's shown in the earth are all indicators that the Lord is about to return and overthrow the so-called white man Esau Edom. It's ultimately going to happen through thermonuclear warfare, man. But that's why the missiles are on the scene. America ain't going to make it out of that, man. You know, all these nations, you got China talking about how they got 600 nuclear missiles that they want to test against the U.S. nuclear defense system. You got Putin. He just created a new missile, and he said he want to test it on America's nuclear defense system. You see, he told them to pick a state, man. You see, it's going to get to a point where America ain't going to be able to duck and dodge war. Nigga, you going to have to get your hands involved in it. And you didn't even go back to it. The Lord said, he that live by the sword shall die by the sword. Motherfucker, you came up in war. This place was established off rape, robbery, and murder, man. You know, 90% of the time this place been in power, they been in fucking war. So what you think gonna be for this place? You fucking proud flags Americans, man. You think this place ain't gonna end? The Lord finna destroy this place, man. They don't nuclear missiles ain't on the scene for no reason. They ain't just finna put them in no fucking museum. And we gonna be going to museums when we 60, telling our grandchildren, children, you know, our children, or whatever, How that would have been a missile that would have destroyed Alabama. That would have destroyed Chicago. Man, if they would have shot that missile, that would have destroyed the whole California. From California all the way to Texas. No, man. Those missiles are here because the Lord gonna cause them to use them, and He gonna destroy the whole land of America with them, man. You see? And we in that lifetime. Real quick. We get ready to close it out. This is Ezekiel chapter 12 and verse 25. It says, "For I am the Lord, Yahweh Bashimawashai. If I say it, it will happen. There will be no more delays, you rebels of Israel. I will fulfill my threat of destruction in your own lifetime." You ain't got another lifetime to come back. Another 20, 40 years. You know, you come back and the Israelites still on the scene saying the same shit. No. This is the time, man. This is the height of everything. The height of freakism. The height of sluts. The height of pride. You know, this shit can't go no higher, man. That's how you know the destruction is the only thing that really makes sense, man. Nigga fucking freaks. You got dykes talking about bringing generations into the earth, man. The delusion, the height of delusion, this place can't continue. You see, the Lord said, "I will fulfill my threat of destruction in your own lifetime. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken." It says, this is the message. Then this message came to me from the Lord, Son of man. The people of Israel are saying He's talking about a distant future. His vision won't come true for a long, long time. And that's the people's spirit. They feel like the Lord ain't gonna move, man. You're gonna forever be a degenerate nigga in the earth, man. The brother made a beautiful point. I was watching the brother Yeshaya live earlier. He mentioned, he said, a bitch shaking her ass is more glorified than a mechanic. You see, you know how important a mechanic is, man? But yet, the bitch that's shaking ass, she making more money than him off OnlyFans, man. That gotta go. The end of all things, that has to come to an end, man. The men that's viable to causing society to function is looked at less than nothing because the freaks hold the throne, man. A slut, she's more profitable than a man that can give you a heart surgeon, you know, a heart surgery, man. They looking, man, this bitch got more views, more followers on Instagram than a health advisor. You see? That this place gotta fucking go. This is complete confusion, man. And this place is completely backwards. You see? It says, verse 28, "Therefore tell them, this is what the sovereign Lord says, no more delay. I will now do everything I have threatened. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken it," man. That just bring peace to your spirit. Reading that, man. Hey, Lord said, no more delay. I will now do everything that I have threatened. That's why you see the earthquakes. This is why you see World War III, man. You know, 10 years ago, you mentioned World War III. Niggas laugh at you. The confidence of America coming out on top. You know, niggas talking about the nuclear defense system. But now you mention World War III. You know, niggas get to looking around the room, man. You see? Because the confidence of America coming out on top ain't that no more. You know, you can say, yeah, we got a nuclear defense system. But when you mention Russia and China and North Korea and the different allies that's coming behind these countries, a nigga got to shut up, man. Well, we got allies. Who? French? The French, nigga? You know? Even America's allies is going to turn on this place. You see? But, hey, again, it says, no more delay. I will now do everything I have threatened. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken it. And the Lord has threatened to destroy America. And you seen it build up, man. The end of all things is at hand, man. And ultimately is manifesting right before the eyes of the people. You see? But yeah, I pray that you was edified, giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash. Lord willing, to next video, I say shalom.